In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Season 2, Episode 7 of Only Murders in the Building, titled Flipping the Pieces. Now, this is a very interesting episode. It's very heavy on the Mabel character. We know what happened and what she did at the end of Episode 6 by stabbing someone on the subway. It gained a notoriety because it went online. Now, she lost her memory, and we're trying to figure out why she lost her memory, but I feel like the character doesn't know what she's doing just yet. Now, over the course of the episode, we find that she wakes up. She wakes up in an apartment. It's like, who is this person? She wakes up in Theo Demas's apartment. Teddy Demas's deaf son's apartment. And we're like, oh my god. As soon as I saw it, I was like, he's the killer. He did it. And Mabel takes a lamp and smashes it over Theo's head. But Theo actually wants to help Mabel try and figure out what happened. Because evidently they took the same train, and Theo saw that she was, being attacked by a man. And then the events start where we see that Theo sees Mabel run away. And as she runs away, this so-called murderer has Mabel's bag. He has the matchbook, evidently, and he drops a security pass. So they find out that the security pass belongs to, I guess, a security guard that works at Coney Island. So Mabel and Theo go to Coney Island. They break into the security area, trying to look for files to see who this person is and everything. And so forth, nothing is found. All of a sudden, she sees glitter as she's trying to figure out things. And all the while, we get a flashback of, Mabel and her father bonding. And it's really interesting how it goes and how to see the progression of Mabel's character through these 2 seasons, and how she wanted to do certain things. And the reason that she forgets everything is because she blocks these memories out of her head, something that's so traumatic. She just forgets about it and doesn't understand what's happening. I absolutely love how that character based is for her, because she thinks she still killed Bunny. So all the while, all of a sudden, the security guard comes in and, is looking around. Still can't see the face. Mabel opens the locker that she's hiding in, steals, and runs out with the bag. And then, she's looking through it and all these different things. And so Theo and Mabel go to the Pickle Diner where Charles and Oliver are waiting for her. Mabel and Theo have a heart-to-heart. Theo kind of is more so in this a redemption character, so to speak. I love the way they do the American Sign Language, the ASL on screen, about when he's trying to explain himself to Mabel, and how he still has memories and what happened in the first season. And it's really, really interesting. Meanwhile, Charles and Oliver are still trying to find Mabel. She hasn't answered any of their texts or calls. And all of a sudden there's a knock at the door, and then it's Detective Williams with her newborn son. She comes in and she wants to understand what these two are up to. She can't wrap her finger around it. The characters of Charles and Oliver aren't really prominent in this episode. They're just here and there. Like I said, it's a very heavy Mabel-based episode, which is really, really good. Now, Charles and Oliver, and the way Steve Martin and Martin Short do the comedy, is so straightforward and funny. It's just subtle, but you understand what they're doing. So they hide, they go in the bathroom, they're talking, and they bring out the knife for Detective Williams, trying to figure out who it belongs to, what these prints are, and everything. And it's just interesting. And like I said, and they all meet Mabel at the diner, both Charles and Oliver. And as they're doing that, Mabel shows Charles a photograph of Lucy. And so this murderer, whoever is trying to frame them, or one of them, is taking pics of them. And so Charles calls Lucy. Lucy's on the phone. All of a sudden, it goes dark. It's like, holy shit, what's happening? And the entire city goes into a blackout. And that's how this episode ends. It's really fun, and it's really emotional in a way, especially the character of how Mabel progresses through her when she was 7 years old up until now, and how she just blocks everything out. There are a lot of people out there who actually do that because they don't want to relive that trauma or anything. They just forget something. And Mabel pieces together that she herself is innocent. She didn't kill Bunny, or she didn't stab Bunny. She remembers everything. She remembers seeing the murderer, leave through the trapdoor in her apartment. And now it's like, okay, what are all these pieces going together, and then can they actually piece together everything? And I'm really curious to see where this season goes, because there's only 3 episodes left. And like, will they save this story and finish it off in season 3, because the show did get picked up for a 3rd season? Or will we finish it out? Will we find out who the killer is? There's still a lot of questions that need to be answered. Who did it? Why? And what is the motive for it? And it's going to, oh God, I love shows like this, trying to figure out what's happening. It's a great true crime, mystery, clue sort of aspect genre to it, which is really, really good, of the who done it. And, you know, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez really have elevated their level of acting by playing these characters, especially the cameos that you see from other actors and actresses, and even how the supporting characters are in this show. Still a lot of questions to be answered of the Amy Schumer character, Cara Delevingne, on what is going on with those two, and, you know, what's going to happen now. And will we see Shirley MacLaine back as Bunny's mother? Wow. A lot of things still to happen, and only 3 episodes left. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this episode of Only Murders in the Building. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the episode being mainly focused on Mabel? Did you like that, or did you think that it took away from Charles and Oliver, or do you think it was just right? And what do you think is going to happen in the next 3 episodes? Do you think they're going to close out this story, or will it go into season 3? I can't wait. So let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my season 2 episode 8 review of Only Murders in the Building.